try to do like a vlog. I'm just gonna share little tidbits of my week with you and, you know, show what it's like in the day of this Arkansan. We normally do school, but I gave the kids, like, I told them it was a mental health day for them because we had a tragedy yesterday. We don't have chickens. My mom does. She hatched eggs for them in the spring so that they could, you know, watch them hatch. And she does a lot of like science stuff with them for school. And she went out to her coop yesterday and 2 of the chickens were dead and 2 of them were super sick. My daughter's favorite chicken, Mohawk, died, and my mom brought my other daughter's chicken, Pumpkin, to the vet this morning, and then they requested for her to go back home and bring the dead chicken so they could test it because they're worried about it being avian flu. So my mom is all upset because they just started laying. Everyone was all excited. We haven't had chickens since I was a teenager. Chickens in the family since I was a teenager, so we were excited to have them again, and the kids had really been enjoying it, so I just kind of put a damper on things, so we took the day off from school. So let's do some knitting because I want to make some tea. I'm going to change out of my running clothes and make some tea and get my knitting and sit and just enjoy some downtime. So come knit with me. Kids are in full play mode, so they always make a mess, which I'm fine with because I like when they play and they're not just watching TV or playing video games. So I did not do the dishes last night or this morning, so I'm going to load the dishwasher, clean the kitchen real quick, and then make my tea.
What we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hey, I just got back from my walk, and then I do 3 times around our neighborhood, or like this little loop of our neighborhood. And the last loop, if I go 3 times, it's a mile. So I've been walking a mile every morning early. And then yesterday and today, I lightly run. Like, I don't full out. I just, as slow run as I can do, I go around one time. But there's a hill and it kills my calves. But it's raining, so I'm wet from the rain. But I did it. If you've been around for a while, you know that I've struggled with anxiety and depression, and this is something that helps me, is every day getting out for a walk, no matter the weather. And I just try to do a mile, and it's wonderful. We're finishing up breakfast and getting ready for school. Our family went and did, on Saturdays we usually go and do a volunteer Bible education work. And so we did that this morning. It's like lunchtime now, and so I'm running some errands with my youngest. And then we have dinner plans with some friends. So just pretty quiet, a typical Saturday for us. I normally go walking, like I walk every morning, but I didn't this morning, and so I was sitting out on the porch and snuggling bunnies or a bunny and then a cat, and I thought, I should record, but my phone wasn't with me and I didn't get up, and then I forgot. But we had our meeting today at the Kingdom Hall in the morning, and then this afternoon, usually on Sundays I go work at my mom's, and I did that this afternoon. And then just came home, and I've been doing laundry and finished up dinner. My husband's doing like little projects around the house. He's still doing that. It is 8:07, so kids' bedtime. I'm gonna go do that, but I figure I'd finish up the podcast for tomorrow. Anyways, I will check in with you guys tomorrow and wrap up this podcast. I have no idea what this will be like when I edit it all together, and I've been trying to like record little snippets of things, but I thought it would be much more, I don't know, I have something in mind that I hope is the end result, so let's just, we'll see. All right, good night. It is Monday, September 5th, and I just dropped the kids off, and we are picking up groceries at Walmart, and then Luke and I are gonna go walk. So after that, I'll bring you guys with me, but then after that, I'm gonna go home, clean up, and sit down and chat for a bit.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed, deep in the abiding. Liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do it.
I cleaned up, and I grabbed my 2 works in progress and then my woolen honey, because I wanted to show you what it looks like blocked and woven in case that was driving me crazy on the last podcast. But I put on a summer dress because not much longer will I be able to, wear this. I love coming home and just putting on a summer dress. Like, I used to never wear summer dresses, especially around the house, maybe like out when we were going somewhere, but now, like, I don't always want to put pants on. I just want to wear something loose and flowy, and I've been less self-conscious as I get older, which is very much a relief. I used to be, being Hispanic, in middle school, which we're all self-conscious about different things, but in middle school, I was super self-conscious about being hairier, to put it bluntly. And I got teased by some mean girl. I homeschooled from 8th grade on, but before that, I got teased by a girl about being hairier, and we lived in Florida, and I wore a windbreaker to school every day, no matter the weather, because I did not want to show my arms. So look at me all grown up and just being comfortable. Except for this stupid scar. Like, I see it in the camera and it makes me cringe a bit. But it's doing better, like even since July when I recorded last. The lump has gone down a little bit, so hopefully that continues. What was I just gonna say? Oh, I know technically you wear summer dresses with like a jean jacket and extend your wardrobe into the cooler temperatures. But I might do that, but I get really excited about just like wearing, maybe it's because I'm a knitter, but wearing chunky cardigans and leggings, and I already bought some new boots that I'm, looking forward to wearing around a campfire. So my woolen honey, I'll go ahead and straight into that. This is a pattern, of course, by Andrea Mowry, and I started it in the beginning of the year, and then I knit on it slowly over through summer, and I can't remember quite when I finished it up, but sometime after I got stung by the wasp, and then it sat unblocked because summer was here and I wasn't gonna wear it, but I blocked it, and no, if you can see the color, it's pretty good. It's a very warm reddish brown, like a dark, it's probably coming across on the screen a little bit brighter than it is, but and I use Knit Picks palette, which I would have been worried about being scratchy because it is kind of just a plain wool, but it blocked beautifully. I soaked it in my Tufton Woolens soap, 57th and 5th or something like that, and I haven't been able to get a hold of the Chai Spice one, but that is one that I bought a long time ago, the 57th and 5th, and I love the smell. So I blocked it, and it looks, ooh, I stepped on my dress. Like, dare I say, would it like go nicely over this dress? Should I put it on? Let's do it. What? Okay. This is my first time putting it on since I blocked it, so slightly nervous. I have, which I'll talk a little bit about with my other sweater, but I gained a tiny bit of weight like after my anxiety, like when my anxiety was really bad, and then to heal my anxiety I went on a elimination diet, and then exercise was like a few minutes of relief, so I exercised a lot and I was walking a ton, and I lost a ton of weight, like 22 pounds, which for me was a lot. I got a little too skinny. I felt fine. It wasn't unhealthy weight. It was just, I was on my skinniest side. And so that's like confused me. And then since COVID, I gained back those 20 pounds. And though I've noticed a difference, which is really nice, is that although the number is back, my body's still different. I'm like still a whole size down, a size and a half sometimes, like depending on the brand. Look how nice. I'm a whole size and a half smaller. So maybe some of that weight's just muscle, because I've continued like consistently. I don't work out a ton. I do some like weekly, 2 or 3 times a week, I do like strength training just with some weights, 30 minutes a day at home. But I walk a lot. So what's my point? Oh, maybe some of that weight's muscle. Anyways, it's confused me with sizing. So I second guess, like when I'm trying, I have a smaller chest. I am a 30, I can't even remember, 35. Right now I'm 35 inches. And so sometimes depending on the pattern and the fit of it, my arms aren't always what the size 35 is. So if I knit a size, my arms are sometimes too tight. Anyways, look. I never would have put this with this. I don't know 100%. Like if I wear a sweater with a dress, which maybe I could just like, they say when you wear a sweater over a dress, like one of the things that you could do is to put a looser sports bra over it and then tuck your sweater into the sports bra. So that's something I could do with this, but I don't know. It's like a really nice long flowy one. The armpit's way up here, the sleeve stops about there. Perfect length. Like I love this sleeve length. I wear my Apple Watch every day. Otherwise you can't get a hold of me. If I don't get my text over my watch, I never check my phone. So, and I was worried about the neckline being too high because I had seen on the, like when you can look at other people's projects, someone had like made their neckline more open and made all these modifications, but the math, like I was like, I don't know. I'm not that confident to make changes to patterns just willy-nilly. But I think it turned out great. So this is gonna be fun to wear. I'm really excited. I love the color. I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe. This is only my 4th sweater that I've made for myself. I've done a, what's it called? Oh, the Wool and Honey, my Tecumseh, my Nurtured. I can see it. It's a boat neck. It's by Andrea Mowry. It starts with a W, I feel like. Weekender. My Weekender, which I did frog because I don't even honestly remember now. I don't really like to wear gray, even though I gravitate towards like knitting in it because it's such a nice neutral. I've started to like want to do warmer colors, and gray is too cool. I just feel like it doesn't, I don't know, I don't always love it on me. So I'm gravitating towards color, like knitting more things with color. And I frogged my Weekender. I'm gonna reuse the yarn. I haven't figured out what. I had knit it with Knit Picks Stroll Tweed, doubled, held together 2 different colors for like a marl effect. Anyways, but yeah, I've only knit those 4 sweaters, and my Nurtured I love. I don't wear it. I only wear it with skirts because it is a cropped one, and so I wear it with like, I have a really high-waisted wool A-line skirt, and I love it with that. I also like to wear it over, I have some like, kind of like this, like a summer strappy kind of a just straight silhouette dress. I love that length for just kind of, honestly, this is so grippy. I don't think you would even need to tuck it into, wear it like that. But here's my thing that I've learned is that, especially when you have it dividing, like your eye is going to be drawn to here. So if that's where you want, it's more flattering to your shape to highlight the smallest part. So even just like a light tuck like that, which my belly button's right there, it then draws the eye up. I'm not very tall. I'm 5'3" 3/4", and so it helps my legs to look a little longer. I do have a longer torso already, so it helps my legs look a little longer if I draw the eye up to the smallest part of my waist. So I'm all about, I don't like to show my midriff. I only do that if I'm working out and I'm at home or there's no one else around. But, well, I think on the video today I do have my, like I got really hot when I was walking, and so I had a t-shirt on and I took it off, but I had like a more covering sports bra. I might leave this on for now because it's honestly really cozy. And despite me talking about my confidence of being not worried about my arms, I'm not worried about you seeing my hairy arms. I'm fine with that, but I am self-conscious of that stupid scar. And I feel good right now. So I'm gonna leave this on. Okay. The two works in progress that I wanted to share are my cardigan that I cannot say the name. Ta-da! I got the bottom cast off, and then I picked up the sleeve. I've had a little trouble, like this is a very fitted sleeve, and I'm pretty sure it's designed that way, so that's fine. And this is a sweater, like a pullover sweater, but cardigan you wear over things, so I'm a little nervous. I tried it on, it fits fine on my arm, but I'm gonna knit one sleeve and then block the sweater and see how it looks, because I know it goes on nicely. I tried it on the last podcast and it goes over nicely over my chest, but this ribbing here, it's a twisted rib and it does pull in. Like, I kind of almost wish I hadn't, you go down a needle size, I think this is a 7 and then this is a 4. I kind of wish I hadn't gone down, which I could always, oh man, that was a lot of, like that's like 4 inches of twisted ribs, so that makes me, like, that took a long time and hurt my hands. But I could, knowing that this part fits, I could like frog it back to there and then just keep it on the size 7, so it wouldn't be such a pulled in. But when I did try it on, it does come right, hits right at my waist, so it will look really nice over dresses or a tank top or like a camisole. But I kind of had been hoping it would be a little bit more oversized. I should have cast on a larger size, but I didn't. But that's okay. Anyways, not long. Gonna finish this beauty up. And look at the color. Yay for color. Okay, and then my last whip is my Otterferry cardigan. It is a child's pattern. I'll put on the screen who it's by. I can't remember her name. I just know her as Rainer and Bear on Instagram. But I know she's in England, and she has some of the prettiest kids patterns. And I have been working on this for a while, so I've shared it on here before, but I have finally gotten all my pieces done. Now it's just time to seam it. This is my first time seaming a sweater. I'm knitting it in Knit Picks Dishy, which is just their basic cotton yarn, and it's really great for dishcloths and washcloths, hence the name, I think. And but this is knit in half fisherman's rib, and it is so drapey. Like, it's just, look at that. But it's so squishy and like, oh my goodness. So you could honestly knit this in, obviously, I wanted this to be able to be worn kind of any season, which is why I chose a cotton yarn. Also, my girls, they are 6 and almost 8, have become incredibly picky about what they wear and how it feels on them. My youngest is a little better. Like, she has a wool cardigan that my friend Stacy knit for her. Which actually, it's right here, hold on. Stacy, don't be mad that I'm showing your sweater. Actually, it needs washed, which is why it's right there, because I've got a little laundry pile to the side. It has been worn heavily, but it's the Rosa cardigan. And I cast on one that I have shared on here in a gray alpaca. Still have not finished the sleeves. And then I was like, man, I am not getting this finished. And so Stacy's like, I'll help you. Well, because I wanted to knit one for both girls. And so I gave her the yarn that I was gonna do the second one in for my younger daughter, and she like whipped it up and made it, and Elsie's gotten a ton of wear out of it. It's the sweetest little pattern. It looks a lot like the Felix cardigan, that adult pattern. I'll try to put the name on the screen, but it's cropped, and this was just with Knit Picks Wish, I think. Bare, like undyed. But it's pretty, like it's pilled up quite a bit, and then she's gotten some stuff on there. There's like something blue right there and some little dirty smudges, but I've got to wash it and clean it and depill it, and I'm gonna soak it again. I'm hoping it's like right on the verge of being too small for her, and she loves it, and so I gotta either knit another one, or Stacy, maybe you could knit another one. I need to finish the gray one. The gray one will probably now fit Elsie, and then we'll just have to knit a bigger one for Penny. But what was my point? Oh, Elsie will wear wool. She loves this, wears it with her summer dresses even in the summer. So but I was initially knitting this Otterferry cardigan for Penny, my older girl, and now I'm I ended up buying several cardigans for her, like just from ready to wear ones, and so now she has several ones in her size that are actually like a little oversized. She'll grow into them. So now I'm thinking to knit this one finishes it up and give it to Elsie, because she does not have a nice like cozy cotton cardigan. But I've got the back panel done, and you knit the sleeves like that. It's super easy to follow directions, and then they're like, look how squishy that is. I've got 2 sleeves here finished, and then this is what I just did that I had been lacking, are these little front panels. Look. But it's gonna be so nice. So I just have to seam it together, and then you pick up and knit the button band. So close to being done with that. And with that and my cardigan, that'll be 2 whips finished. And I think all I have left on my needles is the Rosa cardigan and the gray alpaca, just to finish the sleeves. I have 1 sleeve to finish on a baby cardigan that I shared last podcast for a friend, which I need to get done because that baby's growing. And then, oh, I have like a really old whip that I need to pick up and figure out. I want it, because some things, you know, if you don't knit for a while, it's maybe you've lost your oomph for it, and then it's just, I've frauded many a project because of that. But this was that birch pullover by Pam Allen, and I like knitted up to here. It's like bottom up, and I got to there, and then I got confused about the pattern, needed some help, and I don't know if I even ever asked. Like, I usually text Stacy or show her, and she helps me through some stuff. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break and get some water. And then I want to talk about the Emerson pullover, because I would love to do a knit along and see if anyone wants to join me. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull the chair up closer. Let's talk. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna get my laptop. And I've got the pattern pulled up right here. Well, let me show it. I'll just put a picture on the screen. And I feel like I'm still not close enough. I just want to, I don't know. I like to get close and personal. Okay. So the Emerson pullover is by Vivian Chen, and it is knit, and the recommended weight is Aran, needle size 7 and 6, and then the yardage, it goes from a size extra small to a 5XL. It is available in English. It is knit in half brioche, and which is half brioche the same as half fisherman's rib? Because it looks the same. The suggested yarn is Filcolana Peruvian. It was just published in February this year, and I like stalked her account watching for any like news on it, because I was like, I know I want to knit this. Like it comes oversized. Like it's, let's see, okay, more details. So I'm just giving you this information because then maybe you can decide if you would like to join or just maybe watch, I don't know. But it's knit seamlessly, top down. The neck collar stitches and sleeve stitches are picked up after the body is completed. This is all like available. All this information is available on Ravelry. Hold on, I feel like I need to come here. Put you a little closer. It is rated intermediate level of difficulty, which honestly, I never look at patterns as far as difficulty. For me, I just jump in. If there's something I don't know, then I use YouTube and figure it out. So I won't go into like all the techniques required because it's pretty standard. The only thing is it says knitting in half brioche flat and in the round. Okay, so here's fit. It has a boxy oversized fit. There's a suggested 10 to 12 inch positive ease at the bust. Choose your size based on the body bust circumference listed below. So for me at 35, I would knit the small because it says for 36 inch. Then the sweater bust circumference would then be a 48. So it looks deliciously oversized. On here, this is interesting. On the pattern on here, I don't know if there's been any change to this, but it says that 4XL and 5XL have not been tested. So if you are interested in testing those sizes, please send her a message. So, okay, so the pattern at the top, it says, like in Ravelry's where it says yarn weight, it says Aran weight, but then down in her information, it says yarn worsted weight. So maybe it doesn't really, which I know is depending on what you're knitting with. Like I'm gonna click on the yarn that she uses. I have not picked out a yarn yet. I'm hoping that I have something in my stash because I don't really want to spend more money. Yeah, the yarn that she uses, oh wow, that Peruvian from Filcolana, I've not heard of that brand before, but on Ravelry it calls that Aran weight, but I would say the picture honestly looks just like a heavy worsted. It doesn't, and the needle size suggested is 7 or 8, which typically what is worsted. So yeah, I'm excited. My thoughts, okay, so I'm thinking, because right now it's September 5th, and I'm thinking to start I'm going to buy the pattern, figure out my yarn, do my gauge swatch. So I'm gonna do all that. We're gonna be gone for a week this month. We're going down to Florida just for a little family vacation trip to the beach. And we haven't been, since we lived in Louisiana, we haven't gone. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be really nice. I don't have all the details figured out. I'm gonna try to do a podcast when we get back from Florida, like the end of this month before I will come on here no matter what and share something about the knit along. So I'll try to even if I just do an episode about it, sharing my yarn that I've picked, and maybe I can share my gauge swatch. I hope to have some prizes. I just have to figure out those details, but I will come back the end of this month and share before October 1st. but I would love if you would join me. And I don't know how to like keep track of stuff. I could maybe, I don't know if I would do it in the, maybe I can do a Ravelry thread, like start a group and do a Ravelry thread. I don't really know. Maybe I'll ask a few people who have done them, like on their YouTube channel, like done a knit along, and then see how to kind of keep track of that. Anyways, thanks for joining me this week. I know it was a little different and maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoyed kind of sharing little tiny tidbits. I don't know. I'll see how it comes together when I edit it up, but I'm going to do that today and then hopefully get this loaded all up for this evening. So, yay! All right. You can find me on Ravelry as jjdoucet, and then of course I am on Instagram, woolly.bean, woolly with 2 L's, and I think that's all. So thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you very soon at the end of this month. Bye.
I will carry you